What is good, YouTube? Katana here, back with another build video. Now, today it's Magblade, and honestly, before I get into the build, I just want to say that one, I've been sitting on this build for a minute. Two, whenever I even decide to give out a build where I know it didn't come straight from my head, I like to say, you know, it didn't come straight from my head, just to give the person credit. Now, I'm gonna be brutally honest. I haven't slept in a minute, and I already have bad memory. So if I start fumbling on the video and things like that, give me a pass, please. Give me a pass. Now, like I was saying before, the person that pretty much told me the builds in general, like somewhat the build. I use a few little different things here and there, but I forgot what his name is. But I had a really funny conversation. I remember the conversation and everything like that from the day. But it's a guy from, he's a Magblade on PS4 EU, so shout out to him. Um, Honestly, I really did forget his name. I'm so sorry about that. But let's get into the video. Now, again, I'm not even a great Magblade, and this build is pretty OP. In my opinion, these are the unbuffed stats on the back bar, and then front bar. Now, if you min-max this build, or if you're even already good at Magblade, I feel like this build will just be perfect for you. Truthfully. But that's the unbuffed stats. Now, let's see. Buffed stats. At least offensively, this is what that looks like. The recovery is pretty high. The spell damage is pretty high. Now, obviously, when I click this, get a little bit more resistances. My resistances aren't that impressive, but my health recovery is so high, my healing is so high, my sustain is so high that most of the time I'm straight. I'm pretty okay in a duel or in a BG, anything that's non-CP, anything open world, whether it's 1vx, and again, it's just an all-around pretty good build, as you can see from the stats. As for Mundus, I use Mage. You could swap it out to whatever you like. I am a high elf. And for gear, for slaughtable items, I use Sugar Skulls. You could use something like Witch Mothers if you want more recovery for whatever reason. If you're struggling to sustain for whatever reason, I mean, I would just stick with Sugar Skulls, to be honest. It's just my go-to food, especially on Mag tunes. Sugar Skulls is pretty OP. For bots, the normal, typical tripods. Now, front bar and back bar, both of these sets you're going to have to use at all times. There's no mythics in this build or anything like that. You can change it to build to whatever you like. You can change literally anything. It's up to you, fit your play style. This is just what I use. Infernal Staff of Eternal Vigor on the front bar. Weapon damage enchantment. And it's Nern. Just in case if you guys don't know what Eternal Vigor does. Basically, you'll have really good recovery while you're above 50% health. And when you're below, you get basically 1k health recovery. So the health recovery you saw when I popped a pot, which was, what was it? 1.8. It's going to be around almost 3k health recovery when I'm actually low health. So it's pretty good. Resto Staff, powered, Eternal Vigor again. I used the Weakening Enchantment. You could use the Weakening Enchantment, or you could use Escapist Poisons, something like that. Whatever. But I personally use the Weakening Enchantment. The reason why I've been using it on my back bar in general is for obvious reasons. It reduces the target's weapon and spell damage. So say if I'm fighting someone, I like this on my back bar when I'm light attack weaving, so I get damage for myself on my front and then nerf the person I'm fighting on my back. Now for monster set, I use Slime Crawl. I would say depends what I'm feeling and it's situational, But really good monster sets that you can replace it with. 2-piece Battle Org is completely fine. You'll be hitting a lot harder, especially when you ult. Blood Spawn will make you a little bit tanky with a little bit more stamina recovery. You could use that. Dami House, 2-piece Dami House. I think it's a slept-on set. Is it the most terrific thing in the world? No. But I think it's still a slept-on set 100%. So I have been testing Dami House, and I think it's pretty okay. So yep, you could use 2-piece Dami House. If you want to be a little bit more carried, you could use Kishlarnars, however you pronounce it, the hand, this nightmare set. If you don't know how it works, basically you light attack 5 times and then it brings up a hand that hits you for a ridiculous amount. So as you can see, my tooltip is 20k unbuffed. Then you could also use just 2 1 pieces. By 2 1 pieces I mean you put on like 1-piece Pirate Skeleton and 1-piece Chuden, which gives, you know, just more armor so you're more tanky. Or you could do maybe something like 1-piece Stonekeeper to get like a little bit of everything, which I mean it's kind of whatever. I personally, that's not my cup of tea, but I'm just giving out suggestions. Or you could do 1-piece Scoria, which gives spell penetration, and then 1 piece of anything else, which is like maybe Kijlarns, which gives spell damage. So you get 1-piece penetration, 1-piece spell damage. Again, completely up to you. Also, if you want to use something a little bit more aids, you could use something like Chokethorn, which gives a lot of healing. So if you want, you know, more healing power, I guess you could say, there you go. Another alternative set, which is Chokethorn. Now, Amber Plasm is the other 5-piece. If you don't know what it is, there you go. It's basically an Eternal Vigor that gives damage. It's pretty decent set, I will not lie. And all of it is just impen. You could use 3 Triglyphs, you could use 2 Triglyphs, up to you. Arcane, Infused, but all spell damage because it has so much recovery. You could honestly even slip in another Infused. I just don't have my build min-maxed, and I'm trying to stay at a certain amount of max mag. As for skills, this is what I use in open world: Mass Hysteria, Merciless Resolve, Swallow Soul, Degen, Inner Light, Soul Harvest. Soul Harvest is interchangeable with Ice Comet. Back bar, Temporal Guard, siphoning attacks, race against time to get out of snares and things like that, immobilizations, Dark Cloak, rapid regen, and harness. Again, some of these are flex spots. Like, it really depends on your playstyle. You don't always need harness. I just like harness for an extra shield for myself. But again, it's pretty much a flex spot. You can put Mirage there. As you can see, I have it unlocked. Which increases your resistances and things like that. As for dueling goes, I would typically just have it really depends on my mood. Again, this is normally the go-to is something like this. So I just swapped out and put on Shade, swapped out, put on Ellie Drain. Or sometimes I even just do no Shade and then Inner Light for more damage. But again, up to you and how you play and how comfortable you are with the class. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even really that good on Magblade, but this build, especially in open world, is pretty ridiculous. As for CP, you can pause it whenever you like. It's what I use throughout open world and duels alike. And again, your red tree may look a little bit different if you don't have full impen. I typically like having around 3k crit resist. I have a little bit more because sometimes when I'm wearing monster, it's not impen. But yeah, that is the build, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment down below. You know, first of all, comment down below the person that I'm so sorry I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. But also comment down below your thoughts on the build. maybe your own setups and things like that. Sometimes people, or if I even just forgot anything in the whole video, just in case, because running on very low hours of sleep right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and if you're new to my channel, as usual, subscribe. I love y'all.